say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
Welcome, folks, and what better way to celebrate the end of the week, Friday night basketball on 2K Sports. I'm Brian Anderson, and joining me at the table, Richard Jefferson and Grant Hill. We've also got Allie LaForce bringing us reports. A moment here to see the numbers for Rudy Gobert.
And over the last 5 games, his field goal percentage has increased. And you can make a case his confidence as well because of this.
Let's check out Minnesota's starting lineup. DiVincenzo and Edwards are the backcourt. Randall and Gobert are in the middle. And it's McDaniels in at the small forward position. And for the Warriors, Curry and Pods pairing up in the backcourt. Then it's Green, then it's Moses Moody, and it's Santos in at the power forward position. Believe it or not, the season is drawing to a close. Have most teams met your expectations this year, Richard?
Many have exceeded my expectations, BA. Seems like play and players get better every year. Stars and good teams keep finding ways to improve. It's impressive.
DiVincenzo, pass to Randall. And a miss there on the triple. And it's Green with the ball for Golden State. Here's Santos. Back to Moody. Pass to Santos. And here's Curry for 3. Knocks down the long J.
Just another day at the office for Mr. Curry.
A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Head coach Steve Kerr and I got a chance to talk for a bit. Immediately, Anthony Edwards came up in our conversation, and coach kind of chuckled and said, well, I don't know if anyone on the planet can slow this kid down. He's on his way to becoming one of the best in the league, if he's not there already. Looks like they're going to roll the dice on one of the league's most talented players. Brian, back to you.
Okay, good stuff. Thank you, Allie. Here's DiVincenzo. The Warriors getting their last shot to go. Edwards, no good. Randall with a steal. And it's McDaniels off the drive. That's in. Coming off an assist from Randall.
Yeah, an underrated passer. Randall has a nice feel for the game and is willing to keep his teammates involved.
You know, Richard, the Warriors have the 3rd most championships after the Lakers and Celtics.
Yeah, and 2 of those came as the Philadelphia Warriors, though, including the first NBA championship back in '47. And then they had the one with Rick Barry in '75. But most people know about their rings from the last decade or so in this dynasty.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
Now here's Moody. Looking at his production, close to 12 points a game. Here's Curry. Moody passes to Curry. 5 on the clock. And out of bounds, Minnesota will have it. And let's look in on the real stats, real scores from the real NBA. These are the teams leading the way in assists this season. In the 3rd spot, the Warriors.
This is a squad that understands the importance of being unselfish and moving the ball. You love to watch smart basketball like that.
Curry against DiVincenzo. Here's Randall. The putback. Great positioning on the putback. And it's all knotted up.
Those second chance buckets are major bonus points if you can get them.
Green finds Curry. With the fadeaway. He's got it. 4 for 4 now. He's automatic.
And he's carried them this quarter. A dominant offensive stretch.
DiVincenzo against Curry. Randall, left side. Back to DiVincenzo. Outside Edwards. Goes up from the top of the key. It's wide right, hits off the rim.
Not that time, but that's a shot that he's going to make more oftentimes than not.
Curry looking it over. Fires fires from deep. Knocks down the triple. Curry's got 13 now.
Keep riding that hot hand. He's been pretty much unstoppable.
And here's Edwards outside. Warriors with the rebound.
So far this quarter, he's been out of sync and might be pressing right now.
Here's Curry. Boy, clanks that one off the back iron and it falls. He's got 15.
What focus from Curry on offense so far, doing everything he can to provide a lift for his squad.
And Chris Finch wants a timeout. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. And the Warriors make some changes. Horford, he's checked in for Green. Porzingis comes in for Santos, and it's Curry in for Moody. And then for Minnesota, Reed's checked in for Randall, and it's DeSumo in for DiVincenzo. Now here's Edwards, doing damage on offense. He's averaging about 29.5 a game.
Okay, so if I were to say this was a disaster of a period for him, it would be an understatement. But hey, sometimes you gotta shoot your way out of the slump, even for him.
Will it go? Oh, hey! How about that?
Oh, my goodness. Anthony Edwards. Wow.
What a sensational move captured from the Connected Cam, sponsored by AT&T. 1:24 left to play in the first quarter. Edwards against Curry. Puts up a deep three. McDaniels with the rebound. And here's McDaniels. He'll bring it up for Minnesota. Trailing by 5. They couldn't put the pieces together last time out, losing to the Clippers.
Just a tough road loss. You're going against players who are comfortable shooting in their own building. You have to find a way to disrupt their focus.
Well, they weren't fighting through screens. Their closeouts and rotations were late. You name it, and let's just say they didn't do it on defense. That's a guy you want taking shots, a quality offensive player.
To the inside, Horford. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Curry.
We know Horford has that deep stroke, but when he's inside, Al's at his best.
Here's DeSumo. Outside McDaniels. Offline with a three. Shot and Gamecocks separated by 5. From deep three-point land, here's Porzingis. The three from Curry. And it's Gobert with a rebound. Timberwolves trail by 5. And Seth Curry is going to pick up a foul. That's his first foul.
First team foul. Substitution on the court.
15 seconds left in the first quarter here. Back to Conley. Outside Reed. Pass to Conley. Launches a three. Can't hit that one. Stephen Curry getting it done for Golden State with 4 3-pointers in the quarter alone. And for those of you just tuning in, second quarter action is where we are. All right, a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from here for the Warriors.
They've really been dialed in from deep. This is a team that has a ton of confidence in their outside shooting ability.
Yeah, also, you got to appreciate how unselfish they've been. I mean, the ball movement has been impressive, and the assist numbers are off the chart.
Al Horford out there with Kristaps Porzingis. Then there's DeAnthony Melton, and it's Spencer in at the point guard position. That's the Warriors 5. And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Thanks a lot. Chris Finch getting buy-in from his players top to bottom. Anthony Edwards said, he's such a great coach and just a likable person. He will coach you hard and he comes in ready to work every day. You look forward to working with someone like that. Back to you guys.
Has them bought in. Thanks much for the report, Allie. All right, we've now got our 2K insider, Shams Charania, on the line. He's got a special report. Shams, it's all yours.
Well, a new ownership group taking over for the Timberwolves. There remains a commitment to continuity on the basketball side. And while creating a replacement for the league's second oldest arena is a priority, they've made it clear their commitment is to remain in Minnesota.
You'd love to hear it. All right, Shams, thank you for the report.
This has been a close game in a lot of ways, but they do
Perfect execution from Porzingis.
Why not throw it up to Porzingis? That's what he's there for.
We're about a minute and a half into the second quarter. Timberwolves trail by 5. Outside Reed, fires the 3. Yes, great play by Conley to set it up. Reed's gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. And Steve Kerr wants a timeout. He'll take the opportunity to regroup. Anthony Edwards is checked in for Highland. Golden State has got 4 of 7 threes to go so far in this game. Santos can't get it to go.
The defense just giving him the easy look there. He's not going to miss that.
Dosunmu goes in. And he hits it to tie the game. Dosunmu's got 6. The Warriors have got 2 of 3 shots to go in the second. On the wing, Curry. Outside Moody. Back to Curry. Stolen by Conley. Here's Edwards. That one rolls around and rims out.
Good offense beats good defense? Not always.
And he's going for the lob.
And this has become expected from Curry. Everyone knows how dangerous he is at getting to his spots and capitalizing.
The Timberwolves have gone 4 for 7 in the second quarter. Pass to Randall. Dosunmu outside from behind the arc. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. And here's Porzingis. Back to Curry. Randall with a steal. And here we go, the Timberwolves on the run. And that one's good. Give him 8. And so it's Curry with it. He brings it up for the Warriors. Down low. And he lays in the alley-oop pass. And the Warriors lead by 2.
Now that's a textbook alley-oop.
I thought he'd go for the slam, but that worked. Randall outside. Let's go with a 3. Hauled in by Curry. And for the Warriors, their shooting has been ridiculous. 75% in this game. Porzingis passes to Curry. And he lobs it up top. Ooh, the deft touch on the lob. And it's a 4-point Warrior lead. And it sure seems like post play has evolved quite a bit over the past decade or 2.
It really has. I mean, there aren't many big men who operate only on the low block anymore. But if they do, they're considered throwbacks.
Randall can't hit.
Just an ugly show for him offensively. Yep, no way to describe it, just ugly, and that hasn't helped.
Pass to Santos. Back to Curry. The lob. Very well done.
This first half has been all him. He's getting to his spots and going to work.
And Chris Finch wants a timeout. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy. Draymond Green, he's checked in for the Warriors. Podziemski comes in for Melton. And then for Minnesota, Rudy Gobert's checked in for Randall. Jaden McDaniels comes in for Dosunmu. And it's Dante DiVincenzo in for Mike Conley. McDaniels, that's good.
Rate of baskets assisted, it's a stat I really like. It tells the story of how well you are playing team offense.
Back to Podziemski. DiVincenzo with the steal. Reed for 3. Hits the trifecta. And it's now only a 1-point Warrior lead.
Good decision making. Scopes the situation, puts the pass right on the mark.
DiVincenzo with a steal. Fast break, Minnesota. On up the court. A slam dunk by Reed.
And that's gotta hurt. A turnover for a free run at the rim.
And now we know who has the momentum.
That's the last thing you need to happen down the stretch. Let's see how they respond to the devastating punch.
Outside Podziemski. Back to Curry. Green, the pass to Moody. 5 to shoot. And he lobs it up to the rim. Golden State needs to get off a shot. And they turn it over. Shot clock violation as the buzzer sounds. Dosunmu, he's checked in for Minnesota. Minnesota's gone 2 of 4 from the perimeter in the second so far. Outside McDaniels. Off the mark there with a 3.
You wonder what the score would be if they weren't controlling the glass.
Outside Curry. Pass to Santos. Back to Curry. Outside Podziemski. Now here's Green. Defended by Gobert. The three from Curry. That one no good. And the first half comes to an end. We've got a close game going here. It's Minnesota up by 1. Let's send it courtside and check in with Allie LaForce. Allie, what do you have?
I'm here with Coach Kerr. And Steve, what's your assessment of that first half of play-in?
Thanks very much, Allie. And folks, we'll be right back to start the second half of this game.
Welcome, one and all. Before we hear Kenny and Shaq's insights on that first half, let's look ahead and check out the upcoming schedule.
And for that game against the Thunder, they're going against number 1. It's a huge challenge. They have the talent and the coaching to compete.
It'd be a nice morale boost if they can pull it off. Getting to that first half of action from Minnesota, they find themselves in the middle of a tight one.
They've controlled the pace, and it's been fast. Getting out in the open court and scoring before the defense can get set,
says the Jet. And that's it for halftime. Thank you for joining us. We send you back to Brian Anderson for the start of the third quarter.
Second half of basketball is upon us, and we may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game we've seen so far. Stephen Curry having a dominant impact in this game.
They've leaned on him to provide a lot of offense, and that's how he likes it.
He always wants to be a go-to guy for them. I'm sure he'll be calling for the ball even more in this half.
The Warriors trailing. Well, Grant, we've heard Anthony Edwards talk about trusting his teammates. He understands you need everybody.
Yeah, a lot falls on his shoulders offensively with this team, BA. So those playmaking decisions in the moment, a lot easier said than done.
So for Minnesota right now, Randall and Gobert are in the middle. DiVincenzo and Edwards are the backcourt. And it's McDaniels in at the 3, the small forward. Golden State has gone 4 of 9 so far from the perimeter. And he lobs it up. DiVincenzo with the steal. And here we go. The T-Wolves running again. Edwards rises up and powers it down.
Can you say terrific athlete? Edwards just enjoys getting deep positioning and rising up for the slam.
The 3 from Curry. He drops it from range. Curry's got 29.
And what kind of defense was that? You can't give up wide open threes like that. What are you doing?
DiVincenzo, pass to Gobert. Lets it fly. And DiVincenzo with the basket on the assist by Edwards.
And how about Edwards keeping his head up and spotting the open man?
Curry with it, and it's Gobert picking him up. Fires from the wing, and the Warriors tack on 2 more.
Oh, he's putting on a scoring clinic, guys. If it wasn't for him, they would not be in this game.
Pass to Randall. And the layup is good off the glass. And the Timberwolves lead by 2.
And another great assist. The offense is really clicking now.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Thanks a lot, Brian. Draymond Green's talked about his mind for the game. He said, I've never been the tallest or the fastest. We all have gifts. My IQ is a gift that was enhanced by great coaches. I was taught the game properly, so I'm very fortunate and extremely thankful for the coaches that I've had in my life. Back over to you.
Paying tribute. All right, thank you, Allie. On the wing, Curry, guarded by Edwards. He's still feeling it. And all around the rim that time before dropping. Curry's got 9 points now in the second half.
Oh, coming out hot, hot, hot. 4 out of 4 from the field. Okay.
And with the playoffs around the bend, here are the Western standings. Taking a look at Minnesota, holding down the 6th spot right now in the middle of this conference. And of course, the Golden State Warriors, 3 spots down.
Well, I think for the Warriors, they've had some terrific moments this season. But where's the big leap upward that we've been waiting for?
And the clock is ticking for them to make that push. It's looking like they'll be fighting for a spot in the play-in.
Golden State has gone 5 of 10 from beyond the 3-point line in this game. Curry gets the bucket.
And right now, that's 5 buckets in a row. Looking like a well-oiled machine coming out of the break.
Well, Richard, Draymond Green credits you for giving him some important advice as a rookie.
I just encouraged him to be himself and told him that he's going to have to live with Texan fines because he is at his best when he is towing that line.
To the paint. Here's Green. Outside Moody for the lead. Oh, Moody deadly from there.
No one there to contest, so he just drops it in like he's at the rec league.
And the basket by Gobert. Gobert's got his first points of the night.
I mean, some good stuff out here. 5 of their last 6 buckets have come off of nice passes.
DiVincenzo with a steal. We've gone about 3.5 minutes here into the third, and Steve Kerr wants a timeout. I think right now he might be looking at some adjustments.
And they got to refocus. Too many careless turnovers will kill your momentum.
Kristaps Porzingis, he's checked in for the Warriors. And the Timberwolves also making a change. Desumu's checked in. Back to Podziemski. Ball stolen. Pass to Edwards. The 3 is up. Warriors with the rebound. Green's got his 4th rebound in this one. Inside. Golden State with the rebound.
Looking for the spectacular and coming up empty.
Just go to show how tight your timing needs to be on this kind of play.
Making sure of it with the 2-hand slam, B.A.
Yeah, I don't blame him. With the score this tight, you cannot take a chance here. Here's the floater, and it's Gobert with a rebound. The Timberwolves lead by 3. Edwards, a pass to McDaniels, and he jams it after taking the nice feed on the run.
Woo! Defensively, you can't afford to let him get to the rim that easily.
Well, that might be why their deficit is what it is right now.
Yeah, it's going to take better rim protection than that if they're going to climb out of this hole.
Here's Santos. No points yet. Sinks the tray.
Back-to-back threes, making their defense work on the perimeter a bit.
And Chris Finch wants a timeout. Coach probably just checking to make sure everybody's on the same page here. And a new group getting ready for the Timberwolves. Naz Reid's checked in for Gobert. Anderson comes in for Julius Randle. Highland, he's checked in for Edwards. And Conley subbed in for McDaniels.
Mike Conley.
Here's Reid. A slam dunk by Reid.
And although he's undersized at his position, his vertical, yeah, that'll clean up a few mistakes.
Pass to Porzingis. And that comes off the assist by Green. Green's got his 3rd assist of the night.
Such a slept-on attribute of his. Draymond can handle the rock.
Here's Dosunmu. Outside Reid. Here he goes. A slam dunk by Reid.
Oh, save that for the dunk contest. That flush was so extra.
Whether or not this game is close, he's the same guy, focused on finishing firm at the rim. Here's Podziemski. Again, Golden State. And Minnesota with possession here. 2-point game to the middle. A slam dunk by Reid.
Sort of defining the term floor general. Conley has total command of this offense. A legit 7-footer with that kind of athleticism, I guess Porzingis really is a unicorn.
Conley with the ball, still without a bucket. Top of the key jumper, no good. And Steve Kerr wants a timeout. He's going to take a moment to give him a breather and talk things over. You look at Naz Reid. What a contribution here.
Yeah, this guy is torching them. And so far, their defense hasn't responded.
And at the close of the 3rd quarter, still a close game. Both teams putting up points in a hurry. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And from the 2-guard spot, an unselfish play like this sets a fantastic tone.
And from a team perspective, having your off-guard rip-off passes like that, it's awesome. It shows you have guys willing to give up the rock.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. Stephen Curry is out there with DeAnthony Melton. Then there's Al Horford. Then it's Kristaps Porzingis. So that's the group out there for Golden State.
That's exactly the kind of shooting you need down the stretch to win games.
And a deep three from Curry. Tried to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Minnesota leading by 5. Pass to Randall. Lets the three fly. And another three for Minnesota.
And in the second half here, they're shooting a terrific percentage from 3.
And here's Curry for 3. Oh, Curry from way out there.
He's done everything he can to give them a lift tonight, but it hasn't been enough.
Dosunmu outside from deep. Back to Highland. Out to the right wing. Here's Shannon. No good on the 3.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
And here's Curry for 3. Another 3 for Golden State.
Bombs away in the first half. He's followed up the effort with 3 more triples since.
Here's Highland. Tried to come right back with a 3 of his own, but it's no good. Over Highland. And there's Curry on the assist by Horford. 45 points for Stephen Curry.
Yeah, the sweet-looking jumper of Steph. It just looks so pure coming out of his hands.
Left side Highland. Over Porzingis. And the basket by Highland. And the Timberwolves lead by 2.
That's been typical of their performance today. They're sharing the ball and creating good shots.
And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Curry. Draymond Green, he's checked in for Porzingis. Anthony Edwards is checked in for Minnesota. Highland, the pass to Reed. A slam dunk by Reed.
They're going at it on offense. Neither team backing down.
Man, this has been a fun one, but look, who doesn't love a high-scoring game?
Here's Curry. Again, the Warriors score.
And even though they're down, it's not on him. He's been lights out on offense for them this quarter especially.
Pass to Edwards. Lets it go from deep. Down it goes. Edwards for 3.
He's taking what he can get here, has a 3 in each half.
Curry fires. No stopping him from 16 feet out.
And he has been on fire this quarter in terms of his scoring. Hopefully, that fire spreads to his other guys and they can rally.
Now here's Dosunmu. Randall. And the 3 misses. A look at the clock. A little under 3.5 minutes gone by in the 4th. Money from 3.
I mean, no comment, but this is just unreal.
And Chris Finch calls timeout here. He was quite emphatic, demanding the timeout, clearly wanting to address strategy with his team. And some changes here for the Timberwolves. Gobert's checked in for Reed. McDaniels comes in for Dosunmu. And it's DiVincenzo in for Highland. Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Over that last break, I got a chance to hear what Chris Finch said to the team. Coach kept it calm, but direct. He said, quote, play smart, play our games. Don't worry about the score. Keep doing what we've been doing, and we'll be okay. Guys, back to you.
All right, Allie, thanks once again.
He wants the ball, has a flair for the dramatic, unfazed in big situations.
Minnesota's gone 3 of 7 from the perimeter during the 4th. Edwards! DiVincenzo fires. Can't hit it. And it's Green with the ball for Golden State. Oh, Curry just weaving his way through traffic. Still knocks it in.
There is no moment that is too big for Steph Curry.
Here's Edwards. Outside DiVincenzo. McDaniels. Oh, missed on the tray.
That is not a guy you want to allow open looks for Rain. Lucky for the defense, he just couldn't get it to go.
If you're looking for ways to help your team, that's last on the list.
Not only a terrible shot, but also at the worst possible time. That's just not a good idea.
And the Warriors shooting 76%. You don't see this often. 16 feet out. Oh, Green rips down the board. 1:05 left in the 4th. And Steve Kerr calls timeout. And coach didn't want to take any chances in this situation, which is why he called the TO. And the Warriors making a switch here. Curry's checked in. From deep. Oh, no good. And for the Timberwolves, they're shooting an even 50% since the fourth quarter got underway.
Talk about stepping up in a big way.
What a huge play coming through when it matters most.
Curry with it. He's picked up by Edwards.
Once again, Curry, this man has made a living out of big shots like this one.
Edwards looking it over. DiVincenzo fires. No good from three. Now Curry fires away from outside. Randall rips down the board.
Would you say testing the limits of his range there?
Yeah, he might have been feeling himself a little too much on that one. He can hit it, but not consistent. That is a hard-run rebound, a man's rebound right there. Way to battle for it inside.
And here's Curry for the win again. What an avalanche!
Oh, make that 61 points.
Everything is going his way right now. And so the big win by Golden State in a tight game. What a performance they have here at home today.
I'll tell you what, these are the ones that are so nice to win and so tough to lose. I love being on the edge of my seat, never knowing what would happen next.
All right, now let's check in with Allie LaForce. Allie, what do you have?
Draymond, you were stacking the assists. How much do you take it on yourself to be a playmaker for this team?
I play with a lot of great players. I just try to find them in the spots that they like the ball. Guys really shooting the ball well. I've been a playmaker on this team for some years now. That's my job, so just try to get them the ball in spots on the floor that they like.
You always bring it on both ends. Thanks, Draymond.
All right, Allie, thanks. Great stuff there. And that'll do it, folks. For Richard Jefferson, Grant Hill, and Allie...